yes, I do feel that I struggle a lot with just feeling that I'm inadequate at such a young age to be able to be fully used by God, that I don't have enough of a skill set or enough experience yet to fully have Him use me, while later in my life He might better use me. And it's just difficult for Him to do it right now as I'm a teenager with without what I'm tempted to think of as little to offer. I just feel like when I'm older, I'll have so much more to offer, and I'll be able to do more. I'll be able to have money to give to people. I'll be able to not have to ask my parents to go somewhere to help serve, but I'll just be able to be independent and just do stuff that I want to do. While right now I feel like I'm limited by school, limited by the rest of my life, that I find it hard for God to like sometimes use me or get me to serve and just do stuff that He wants me to do. I just think that students were here at school for 7 to 8 hours a day, and we're on our sports teams for sometimes 2 hours after that. And I just think God's placed us in a specific community, and I just think while we live in a Christian community, everyone here is still broken and in need of love. And I just think God calls us to just encourage people, just love on people, and just be there for people throughout the day, and just whenever we're with them. School takes part of most of our lives, and I just think it's a shame to waste most of the day with just going through it and just not paying attention to people, but to just use the time we have in class and the time we have in between classes to interact with people, to encourage people, and just show God's love to them. I would challenge students to just be a leader like Christ by getting on their knees and by serving other people, and just not being afraid to wash other people's feet and get down and dirty for other people, but just be willing to serve other people and love other people no matter the cost, just as Christ loved us.
I do struggle with feeling that I'm too young to lead anybody and for God to use me, because I feel like there are men and women out there who are more biblically sound. They have more wisdom than I do, and so I struggle with understanding that maybe that's not what people need to hear. They need to hear maybe a young kid talk. And one of my things is I don't know where God wants to use me. And so I've been trying to listen to understand God wants me to work here or here, but I don't know where to serve. So I don't know. I kind of am hoping that somehow, some way, I have an aha moment where I go, this is where I'm supposed to serve. This is what I've been called to do. And I'm just kind of hoping that it might not be that easy. And so I'm just trying to listen. And that's what I want people to do, is just to be able to listen. Instead of just going out and trying, maybe like, this is what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go try it. Maybe just by sitting back and listening and watching, you might see something. You go, this is what I've been called to do.
And you think
I think that instead of going out, I do say going out is a great idea, but some people forget that it's just sitting back and listening, to sit there and just watch what goes on. Watch what goes on at school. Watch what goes on at your house. Watch what goes on at your church. Watch what goes on with your sports teams. Just watch and say, you'll be able to see. You'll be surprised if you'll be able to see that you'll start seeing things that are going wrong. You'll say, that's something I need to maybe be a leader on. That's something that I'm interested in leading and carrying and showing God through the way I do things. One of my fears is that my friends will look down on me and they'll judge me, and they will say, maybe first, all right, that's good with that God thing, but I'm going to stick with where I am, or they'll make fun of me. And what I think is maybe those aren't the friends that I need to be around. The friends that I need to be around are the ones that are like, I'm so glad that you're doing that. Can I do that with you? Is there a way that you think I can do that want to interact with you and say, hey, I need help with this too? And that would be great to have friends, which I do. They can come around and say, hey, I want this. I want to be a part of this. And you can say, that's great, because sometimes you need help. You can't always do it alone. One of my challenges, a long term is a series of short terms. You can't go out and the first thing you do change the world. You have to, little by little, change the world. So a series of small things. A long term is a series of small terms. And so just doing a small thing every day to maybe build up, I don't know, if you can change the world slowly, and that's what people don't understand, is they think they have to make a big impact immediately, and it could just be as small as encouraging a person. And that's just something that can instantaneously change the world.